Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we are back doing an 8-4 Oath of the Gatewatch Battle for Zendikar draft. Let's see. Strong cards in here, definitely. Probably still want the Oblivion Strike. I like Embodiment and Baloth Null as well, but Oblivion Strike is always just a really safe place to start since it's an excellent removal spell. And Baloth Null, though, I don't even, it's probably, maybe, I don't know, it's always difficult comparing creatures to removal spells, right? Because they have completely different purposes. But, I mean, the fact that Baloth Null is multicolor, I'd almost consider maybe taking the Embodiment over it just because you'd want to start with a really powerful monocolor card. But I would definitely take Oblivion Strike over Embodiment. Those are the three I'm considering, and we're just going to start it off with the Oblivion Strike. Follow-up pick. Well, Envoy stays in with the Oblivion Strike. Work Lyric, which is excellent as well. Seed Guardian's good. Turned out to be not as nuts as everybody thought it was. Still very good. Work Lyric versus Envoy. I've had this problem before, and I still don't know the answer. They're both just really good. And they both want to be in the same deck. If someone's passed a Work Lyric, I think it's a bigger signal. I don't know. I'm running out of time, though. We're going to go with the Work Lyric. Yeah, I know. Black-white. Well, that's what happens when I play 8-4s. I go much more archetypal, and I'm not willing to make as many drafting risks, I guess. Sky Climber seems like a fine follow-up here. There's actually nothing nuts in here. Reality Hemorrhage is pretty good, actually. But I'm fine taking the Sky Climber. I like Reality Hemorrhage seemingly more than most, but maybe people are starting to catch on that the card is really good and a really important card in this format to stop the aggro. We're going to take the Sky Climber. Okay. Fourth pick, Lagak. No black cards. Could be telling. Could be more of a green-white support ally deck. I mean, I like Lagak a lot more than Scythemaster, and I have no fears about giving up a Scythemaster. And like I said, no black cards in here. I think I'll just take the Lagak now. It's very good with Sky Climber and just fine with Work Lyric too, so. Okay. Alright, take the Stalking Drone. No good white card in here, no good black card in here. And Stalking Drone is a card I tend to pass a lot, and I think it's very good, so. Does not exactly fit in with the ally theme we've got going, but it's still just a powerful card. And it works really well with the Lagak too, I'm sure, so okay. Seems fine. I like Summoner a lot. I like it more than Alpha Protector. There's a Make a Stand, which is okay, but I just like Scion Summoner. I think it's a great card. And it goes really late, but I don't think we're going to, I mean, we're not going to wheel it. So I'll take it. I like it more than Make a Stand, I think. Pretty sure. Make a Stand's kind of a take it or leave it sort of thing. Alright, Tranquil Expanse seems like a fine pickup here. Make our mana better. Still have an opportunity to splash the Oblivion Strike if we see any more Loam Larvas or anything like that. Definitely getting a green, which is good. So I might just take the second Stalking Drone over the Netcaster Spider. Yeah, I'm cool with that. So we're going to want some colorless mana. Now we get a Spawnbinder and a Makindi Aeronaut, which is good. Both of these are good cards. Aeronaut is very good with support. Spawnbinder's very good if you are lacking removal, which we currently kind of are. But the Aeronaut flying might give it a slight edge. We only have one support card right now, which is something to keep in mind. Probably going to go with the Aeronaut. I just feel like cheap beatdown is, yeah, all right. Lead by example, great pickup for us here. Now we're kind of doing it. We're kind of just making this green-white thing come together. Number 2, I'm going to take it over the waste. We're going to find more colorless mana later. We're going to make this support thing work. Well, managed to pick up a waste anyway, which is kind of nice. I'll take the Scourer, I guess. I don't know. Maybe if I go green-black, I could see that happening. Not very likely. We're going to cut the black card here, though. Okay. So, it is possible. I mean, we only have 3 white cards currently, and we're definitely in green. Captain's Clause is cool. I like Path Warden. It's a good ally. I like Path Warden more than Raptor, I think. How much do I like Captain's Clause? I mean, spitting out allies is nice. I like equipment. I like equipment more when I'm evading, though. Although, I mean, Captain's Clause is... It's only okay. It's not bad. I probably like Path Warden or Raptor more. And like I said, I think I like Path Warden more. Like, I want the support plan... Path Warden's also an ally. I might not be in white still, which kind of makes me want to take the Path Warden, because we're 100% in green. I mean, that's still like a reason I maybe could take Captain's Clause, but I just don't think this card is that good. Unless you're a pretty heavy ally theme, which we're not. It's okay with support, but the problem is it comes in attacking. If it didn't come in attacking, Captain's Clause would be so much better. I'm going to take the Path Warden. Not my favorite first pick. Could take a second Sky Climber. Could take the Seer's Lantern. There's also Slaughter Drone if I want to start hedging back into black. But I like Sky Climber a lot. I like it more than Scythe Master for sure. Alright. Especially in a deck that can support. Alright. Maybe we wheel the Raptor too. That happens. Ooh, Draga Auxiliary is a nice pickup. Or a second War Cleric. If no one's in green-white, is Auxiliary going to wheel? I don't think so. This pack actually has some straight-up misses in it. Like Harness, Bonesaw. I just don't think that Auxiliary is going to wheel, and I'm definitely going to want it. I definitely want the War Cleric too. But I think the Auxiliary is just going to get the pick here. I just am not confident I can wheel it. Isolation Zone's an excellent pickup. All right, so at this point, straight up solidified into green-white, which I'm fine with. I mean, Scythe Master is very good with support, which at this point we have only 2 of, but we might wheel that Raptor. I still think I want the Unknown Shores, though. I want at least a couple colorless mana sources for our stalking drones, since they do beat down. It also lets us play our Oblivion Strike, which we do want to do. I like Reinforcements a lot. I definitely like it more than Loam Larva. Step Glider seems really nice in this deck, though, giving all of our guys evasion. But Reinforcements is just such an excellent support card. It just puts bodies out there, too. Reinforcements is definitely better than Step Glider in a vacuum, but Step Glider is very good in this deck with Auxiliary and Saddleback Lagak and double lead by example. It is very nice. But just 4 mana, 4 power, 4 toughness is really nice too. And spreading the bodies for support. I think I'm going to take the Reinforcements. That's a tough pick, actually. Step Glider is good for the deck, but Reinforcements I think is just a better card. Alright. Scythe Master. It's a nice pickup. Don't really want a Bonesaw. Don't want any of this. Could hate like a Slaughter Drone. Maybe cut cheap spells from our opponents. I'm not going to play Dazzling Reflection. I just don't think it's that good. Alright, got a Raptor back, so that's good news. I think I like it more than a third lead by example. I mean, you can go deep on lead by examples in this deck too, especially. But I think the Raptor is a little bit cooler. Submerged Boneyard. I mean, I really don't care if my opponent plays Remorseless Punishment, so I'll take it, whatever. Don't need any of these cards. We'll take the Chain Mage, which is obviously good in black-white. So we have a pretty decent looking deck going here. Still can splash Oblivion Strike. Need some more removal. Oh, I guess we have an Isolation Zone too. Still, I mean, you could always use more removal, but do I want a second waste? So waste, 2 wastes in an Unknown Shores for 2 Stalking Drones. Probably not necessary, but just in case, because I just don't think I'm going to ever sideboard in Natural State. It does deal with like Stasis Snare, but ooh, second Scythe Master's good though. Well, got one anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, I don't think it's likely we're going to need 2 wastes in an Unknown Shores for 2 Stalking Drones. It's possible. Not likely, though. Well, Radiant Flames is good, but I'm not going to take it. I think we just want Angel Renewal. It's just a fantastic finisher. We're still a 17 land deck. Our curve is relatively low, so I'm comfortable with that. Could take the Snapping Gnarlid. Really go beat down Central, but Angel is just such a better card. It's also Earthen Arms, which is not bad in this deck. But let's take Angel. It's just such a bomby finisher. Okay, so kind of a miss here. I guess we take Smite. I could take Kozilek's Channeler. It's another little thing. We have enough creatures, though. I think Smite is just going to get the... Like, you can main deck it in this format and be relatively happy with it. It's a good card. It's certainly good enough. Ooh, Brood Monitor's just a real bomb green card. I'm going to take that here. Pretty happily, actually. It's a... Like I said, it's a bomb card. You get a lot of bodies. Okay, so there's a Sanctum of Ugin, which gives you another colorless mana source, but I think we're looking at Shadow Glider or Inspired Charge. More likely to wheel Inspired Charge. This actually looks like a deck that could play it, but I think Shadow Glider's just got to be the pick. More evasion. Works great with support. We're a pretty solid looking beatdown deck at this point. I love Encircling Fissure. This card is just really ridiculous, actually. It's one of those cards that is just sort of always been underestimated, I feel like, and it's just so good. It really just does kind of unfair things. Like, all of your opponent's creatures can't deal damage to you. They can't deal damage to your creatures. It really doesn't seem like a very balanced card, to be honest. It's just really that good. How good is Unnatural Aggression here? I don't think it's that good. Even with our pump effects, all of our guys are little until late. As much as I want another removal spell, I might just take the Felidar Cub, but then again, am I even playing the Cub? I mean, if someone has Isolation Zone, it could be good. Otherwise, I could take Plummet, but I think Felidar Cub is something that might make the deck. I'm not sure, actually. I wish Unnatural Aggression was good in here, but unless we have... we just don't have enough good bodies for it. Tactics is a nice combat trick, actually. I might play it. We're going more for the permanent buff spells, but Tactics is nothing to scoff at. I just don't think I need an Ondu Greathorn. It's a late Clutch of Currents, which is actually pretty decent against us. Am I even going to play Tandem Tactics? I could not splash black. There's actually a decent chance now I don't splash the Oblivion Strike, because I don't want to run a swamp. I can, but I really don't want to. I guess we'll take the Tactics. Beastmaster's nice. It's a big 6-drop finisher. Rot Shambler's only, it's not that good in this deck, I don't think, so we'll take the Beastmaster. There's a Scour from Existence as well, but Tabled Snapping Gnarlid's really nice for us, actually. We look like we can beat down just super well in this deck. I think we're just off splashing. Off Cub, more likely, because I'd rather Gnarlid. Earthen Arms isn't that good, anyway. I don't need a Rampart. Incubator Drone's just a better card. I think I'll hate that. Putting multiple bodies out isn't what we want to deal with. I'm not going to play either of these. I guess I'll take the Call to Scions. I was saying Swarm Surge on the splash, but it's just absolutely unnecessary in this deck. Maybe we're not doing tactics. I don't know. Maybe we're not doing multiple Scythe Masters, although they are good too. Especially with Lead by Example. None of these cards matter. I guess I'll take the creature. I'm not going to play a Lifespring Druid. It does let us splash. I'm just so unlikely to play Earthen Arms in here. Whatever. Alright. So I think that, I mean, the deck looks good. We have to make cuts. Which, like I always say, is a good problem to have. I still think we're going to want that Smite the Monstrous just because we're very removal light. So, how much evasion do we have? We have an Aeronaut, some Sky Climbers, and a Shadow Glider, and an Angel, and a Raptor. I mean, we have a fair amount, actually. How many allies did we end up with for this Beastmaster? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, the double pump. The classic double pump. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Wow. It's a really nice ally count. So we still want to make 2 cuts. I still think we want that Smite. I might just cut the Tandem Tactics. I like the card, but I think we're more on the permanent buff plan. And then I just have to make one more cut and get there. Kind of want to keep all my 2 and 3 drops, but maybe one of the Scythe Masters gets the boot. I could cut the Scion Summoner, but Summoner's pretty good too. It jumps you from 3 to 5. It's just a non-ally. It also lets you potentially pump a... I think we kind of want to keep the Summoner. I like the Sky Climbers more than the Scythe Masters, but I'm not always going to have the mana available to use Sky Climber. I still think Sky Climber's a better card. So we really have like 20 creatures. Yeah, I mean, we can afford to cut a creature, definitely. Vast majority of our deck is creatures. I think I'm going to cut a Scythe Master. Sky Climber flying potential, I think, is more important than First Strike when attacking. I think being able to fly over top is more important, though. Okay. So how color intensive are we? What are the damages? We've got 2 double white and 1 double green, so we definitely want to err towards green. Tranquil Expanse turned out to be a really nice pickup. Now the question is, do we want 2 wastes? If I run 2 wastes, what's our mana base look like? 8.5 white and 7.5 green. That's not horrible. And what am I running 2 wastes and Unknown Shores for? Just for 2 Stalking Drones? May not be worth it, but Stalking Drone attacking in as a 3/4 is pretty nice. I think we're going to risk it. 8.5 white is a decent amount, and 7.5 green is acceptable too. We're going to risk it. I think being able to swing in with those Stalking Drones is, like I said, pretty important. Overall, what do I think of this deck? I like it. I like this deck. I very, very seldom play green-white support. This might actually be, I don't want to say my first time, but it might be. Maybe my second time. Potentially my first time finally getting to run this archetype, which I think is good. It's a solid archetype. We're low on, we're removal light, which I'm definitely going to take away points for. So I think that definitely puts this deck in C territory, unfortunately. Just the lack of good removal definitely puts it in C territory. And unfortunately, I think it even puts it in low C territory. So we'll give it a mid C because I like, our finishers look good. We have some cool combat tricks. So I'll give it a 74%. All right, we'll see you in round 1.